kindly turn off all your mobile phones. Thank you. My name is Nina Cameron, and I have the pleasure of serving as this year's President of the General Assembly. Welcome to the 44th Annual Session of the Hague International Model United Nations. House to rise for 1 minute of silence to remember those that have died from man-made and natural disasters. Please rise. It is now my pleasure to introduce Mrs. Van Engelshoven, Deputy Mayor and Alderman for Education of the City of The Hague. Mrs. Van Engelshoven, you now have the floor.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Hague. And it's an honor for me to be here today and to speak to you at the opening of The Hague International Model United Nations 2012. During the past 44 years, Taimen has developed into one of the most well-known international youth events. And both the City of The Hague and the citizens of The Hague are very proud to host this event, which bears the name of our city. And of course, Taimen fits perfectly in the international profile of our city. The Hague is not only the political center of the Netherlands, as it has been for centuries, it's also the city where the whole world is at home, in various ways. First of all, as the international city of peace and justice, The Hague is home to more than 130 international institutions, organizations and NGOs. And after New York, The Hague is the second UN city of the world. The only official body of the United Nations located outside of New York is found in The Hague, International Court of Justice. In The Hague, there are 14,000 people working day in, day out to create a better world. A world without chemical weapons. A world without ethnic cleansing. And a world in which conflicts between states are fought not on the battlefield, but in the courtroom. And a world where it's the rule of law which prevails rather than the rule of the jungle. And whoever chooses to disregard international law is called to account by the people of the world here in The Hague, at the International Criminal Tribunal for the former Yugoslavia, and at the International Criminal Court, set up 10 years ago under the Treaty of Rome. But The Hague is not only an international city because of the international and European organizations at work here. Almost half of the 500,000 people who live in The Hague have roots outside the Netherlands. All the religions of the world are represented here. The Hague has always been an open and international city. Other cities in times past surrounded themselves by city walls, but The Hague never had a city wall. The openness always remained. This has always been our strength and continues to be even today. And when I look at your program for the coming days, I see that you will be using the various forms of debate used by the United Nations to address a wide range of topics. In debates, discussions, negotiations, you will be looking for solutions to current political issues. That seems to be the essence of your conference. And in my view, the key to finding those solutions is dialogue between states. And I'm referring not only to the current political and economical problems in the world, but also to the threats the world will face throughout the rest of this century. I think these future threats are encapsulated in the themes of the workshops that will be held during your conference. And I would prefer to see all these threats also as a challenge for us to create a safe and peaceful world. And the challenge we all face is to find these solutions. Solutions that will ensure that a growing portion of the world population is not left without the basic essentials of life. Solutions that will prevent political conflict, or even worse, armed conflict. And of course, solutions that will ensure sustainable growth and protection of the environment. And you are probably asking yourself, how can we find all those solutions to all these threats? And I believe that one of the most important instruments available to us in confronting these challenges of this century is the development and the diffusion of knowledge. Knowledge and education are the tools that will enable us to tackle these essential problems that may arise in the future. What we need to do is bring together knowledge networks and ensure that this knowledge is actually put into practical use. Knowledge of and about each other is also essential. After all, knowledge about each other is the basis of mutual respect. Respect for the ideas of others. Respect for the needs and wishes of others. And in turn, this respect for each other promotes cooperation. And we have to cooperate if we are to face up to the challenges of the future. This is why your presence here today is so important. Here you can learn from each other and get to know each other. You can debate and confer, but still respecting each other. And you can make decisions together. And I hope you will listen to each other. I hope you will discuss with each other, and that in the end, together, you will decide. The Hague International Model United Nations forms an excellent opportunity for you to get a taste of the world and of the UN. It offers you the chance to gain experiences and to share them with others, and to meet peers from all around the world, each with his own national and cultural background, but with a shared common interest in international affairs. You are the future citizens of the world. For the coming days, I wish you a great deal of success and, above all, a lot of fun during the Hague International Model United Nations. And I wouldn't be surprised if at some point in the near future I bump into several of you again in The Hague as fresh diplomats. And I hope we'll then meet again. Thank you very much.